like J.Brock, cause I can score with a second on the clock.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. You know what I'm saying? And I'm right here with DaeOne. Damien's one of a kind. You got to understand it. Shout out to the great city of Hawthorne, California, in that special year of 1996. DaeOne is an all-around beast. A music producer, a songwriter, a singer, a vocal coach. Come on now. The man next to the man. And if you ask X to the Z exhibit, he is Beethoven. And Snoop Dogg will tell you all day long his beats is hard as the F word. I ain't gonna say that yet. He is the creator of XCVI Recordings, which specializes in production, mixing, distribution, marketing, and consulting. And please understand, his job is to keep the hip-hop culture alive. DaeOne, how you doing today?
I'm good, brother. You done your homework. You done your research.
Man, it's a blessing.
All right, okay, all right. I appreciate that right there. You know what I'm saying? Made me feel a little special. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you are special, man. You got to understand that it's a complete blessing to be chopping game with you today. I mean, you got to understand this dude is a legend right here, man. And you know he got a whole lot of wisdom to give. DaeOne, how is life going for you right now, man?
Life is good, man. I can't complain. I'm happy. This is my first year of fatherhood. I have a little daughter now, and
congrats.
It's a new journey that I'm like embracing, and it's actually like one of the greatest things in my life, like ever. Like, so
yeah,
I'm excited. You know, aside from the music and all of that stuff, like that's like things like that to me are like really important. Family and friends and kinship, like that goes a long way with me. So you know, I'm excited about life right now, man. I'm good.
That's right. You know, fatherhood over everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like if, you know, because I have a son as well. My son is 3 years old.
Right.
And I feel like if I wasn't a father to my son, anything that I'll be doing outside of that means nothing.
Nothing, right?
You know, because we have that duty to be here for our seed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, personally, I was raised by my step-pops. You know, my dad chose not to be in my life.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that I just took personally.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm not going to run from my child.
You want to be there even more. That it made you more. Even
Come
more
on,
dedicated.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like everybody can't relate to that.
No,
but it was
I
like,
feel you though.
Yeah, and
I was raised by my step-pops, so I understand where you're coming from.
And shout out to all the great step-pops out there, because y'all don't have to be there.
But you step up and you do it anyway, and that makes it makes it even better. Yeah.
So speak on fatherhood, man. How much has that changed your life?
It's changed everything. Like it changed, like, and I'm talking about instantaneously. Like it changed like everything. I'm way more empathetic to things that I wasn't empathetic to before. I have a little girl, so
that's,
the ramifications of that is even like higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm way more like, I've always been hot-headed, but I've also been a really humble, mellow kind of person. But like like now, like me having a daughter, like if I even hear like, oh yeah, he put his hands on her and this and that, and I'm like ready to fuck somebody up.
It's
like who is he? Where is he at? Like it's just weird, and it changed everything. It changed the way I look at women and how they sacrifice their body to give birth, and it's a lot of elements that come with fatherhood, and those are just like some of the minute early ones, because I'm only like barely a year and a half in, so you know it's a lot that I'm sure is gonna come in the future, but it's definitely changed my whole outlook on life as a whole. Just everything.
Yeah, I can understand that. See, now I got a boy, so it's different.
Yeah.
I look at my boy like, if he fall on the ground, you better get up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get on up. I'm not going to pick you up.
Yeah.
You need to develop the strength to do that.
Right.
But as having a girl, you kind of like, okay, let me get to you real quick.
Yeah, I catch her before she falls.
Okay, I got you.
It's a lot. It's a lot, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I understand the ramifications of having a boy. Like, boy, get up. Don't cry. Get up. That didn't hurt. Come on. Like, life is going to kick your ass way worse than that.
Facts. Come on now.
I understand the premise, but as a girl, you want to protect her from, like, I don't want nothing to hurt you. Like, you know what I mean? To the point where I didn't even take her out for Halloween because I didn't want her to be around scary masks and be scared. And I didn't want to instill fear in her. I was like, I want you fearless. I didn't want you to be scared of nothing. I want you to just, you know what I mean, not have no fear. Like, look at something and be like, what the hell is that?
Like you don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, you don't even know. And I don't want to put that on her. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
I definitely understand, because like my son be, you know, he on the tablet and the phone. He need both of them.
Yeah.
And it's like a little ghost show that they be doing for the kids. and they be screaming and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like him. I don't like him watching that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, he don't even know what a ghost is.
Yeah. So,
you know
why am I instilling that? You're instilling that into him early.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Even with the vacuum, I was kind of funny with that because I'm like, okay, he's running from the vacuum. It's funny as it will be to scare him with the vacuum. I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Because I don't want him to be scared of that.
Yeah, you don't want to be scared of that.
So, you know, and I think that, I know you're a little older than me, but I know that my generation of parenting, but you still fall into my generation of parenting because you're a new parent. I feel like our generation of parenting is so different from our parents.
Before. Yeah, because it's a lot more accessibility to other things that you may not have parental control over. And so you have to be a little more cautious and precautious about things that you let them view or let them see or let them watch or let them hear. It's a lot of extra stuff, and everything is at everybody's fingertips now, especially like you say with the tablet and the phone. And one wrong click, they looking at something totally different. And, like, one YouTube ad come up, you're like, what is that? You know what I mean? So it's just a lot. It's a lot that when we have to really be on our toes and really be like on them.
Yeah, facts.
To make sure that they're getting the right stuff instilled into their brain, because their brains are really like impressionable at this stage.
They like, soak everything up.
Everything. Even when you think they not.
Yeah.
Even when you think they're not paying attention, they're looking at you like, oh, okay, what's that?
Yeah. No, it's a trip because like my son's starting to sing the songs now. So like I'm rap. If I got a song playing in the car, he rapping after it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can't be playing all them cuss
like,
words.
Wait.
Let me change this song. This is a cuss word. Let me get that out of there. And even so, my son caught me saying the cuss word and said it right after me 3 times. 3 times.
Make sure he got. Make sure he got it right.
What? He said it 3 times. I said, I'm playing the game. I said, oh. He said, I said, no.
Yeah.
And you already know what word that was.
Yeah.
And you know, it's crazy, but it's also a beautiful thing because that's my little me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's your little you.
Yeah.
That's the version of the cleanest version of you.
You again. Yep.
And
The innocent version.
Yeah.
You see stuff in your kids that you're like, wow, I be doing that.
Yeah.
Like innately, like it's just in their nature to just do certain things. So fatherhood is crazy, man. But I'm enjoying every moment, every minute, every second. Like it's awesome. I could just be bored and be down and be tripping off something and look at my phone and go through my daughter has a whole folder of pictures in my phone. I can go right to her pictures and it'll just lift my day.
That's right.
I could just look at her face and be like, damn.
You have no choice but to be happy when you look at your kid, man.
Yeah,
I swear to you, it's the most beautiful thing.
It's the craziest thing. Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
Once you hear her, is she talking yet?
No, she's not. She's like right there,
bro. Once you hear her say "daddy," bro, you're gonna fall in love again.
Right.
Man, the most beautiful thing of being a parent is when I go to my son's school and he run to me, "Daddy."
It's like the smallest things mean like the most.
It's the most beautiful thing
because if you go there and he don't do that, you like, what's
up,
going
man?
on?
What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, you like tripping? Like what?
Where's our friendship? And then the thing is you know, okay, you want to be a parent, but I know it's a fine line between being that parent that your child grows to not like.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to know kind of like, how do I make sure that my child enjoys
You can balance the good and the bad.
Yeah, because as a parent, you have to discipline your child.
So you want to be stern, but you don't want to be abusive.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. That's the fine line right there. Yeah. So
that's it.
Man, we got to give a shout out to all the first time parents.
Yeah, man.
If you're not being a parent out here and you got kids, I'm going to pray for you. But shout out to everybody that's out there enjoying that, because it's really an experience to enjoy. Now, we got to take it back to your childhood from Ukiah, California to Long Beach.
Man.
We have a similarity right here.
Okay.
You and your brother are outside and you witness a drive-by.
Yeah.
Right? Why are you outside?
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. When I was little, I grew up in the Hoovers. There was a gang war going on. And my mom, she kept talking about it like, it's a gang war going on. It's a gang war. I'm 2nd grade, 3rd grade.
You don't really know what that means.
I don't know what's going on. The only time I know about war is when the soldiers are at war. So, day after Christmas, we get a knock on the door. I go to the door. My stepdad yells, "Get back. Don't go to the door." He goes and gets the door. And from what he says, I didn't see nothing else. He goes to get the door. From what he said, the dude waved the gun. And I swear he shot at the door 4 times. So my stepdad ran. He grabbed me and we all ran. And the dude shot at the door, and then it's crazy because this is the living room, and the bedroom was right here. They went straight to the bedroom. Mind you, the dresser that my mom used to get my little brother and sister ready, the dresser's right there. They go straight to the bedroom, shoot up in the window 4 or 5 times.
Man.
By the grace of God, my mama wasn't right there and nobody got hit.
Wow.
But after that, we were able to move out and get another place. So I want to ask you, when you think about that moment as a kid, did that make you paranoid as far as gun violence and stuff like that?
When it happened in the moment, we didn't really know what was going on. But after realizing what happened, my grandma got shot in the leg. Her friend that she was hanging with, he got shot too. We didn't get hit. We were outside. We were playing on the ground like Indian style. And so everything that passed went above us. And afterwards, seeing a reaction from the parents and all the adults around was like, oh, what just happened? And they started tripping and arguing. And so I knew it was something that was like really bad. But then afterwards, it was just like, okay, we got to get up out of here. And then that definitely made me more knowledgeable as far as like gun violence, shootings, like things that happen, like and how random they can be. And it's just one of the things that just always kind of like instilled me like within my life. Like it's always just kind of been there.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially imagine the nightmare of being a parent and your child is in front of that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Speaking of parenthood, like imagine that.
Yeah. I understand now why we move so fast.
Yeah, you had to get out of there.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there.
I understand why we move so fast and so quick. Why it was like, no, we got to go now. It was like, it was not a game. And she, you know, my mom did everything she could and got us up out of there ASAP. Like it was so fast. Like it was fast. Yeah. Yeah. It was
you can't, you know, it's hard to stay around that. And shout out to moms for being able, man. That's a blessing right there. We got to give a shout out to God for that. Now we got to give a huge shout out to moms. 93, you convinced moms to go and buy that doggy style. And in 95,
man,
you went and bought that dog food, and you are producing on dog food too now.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
So crazy. Full circle. Like
full circle.
Yeah, my mom. Snoop's first album was like the first album I had my mom buy me. Like, we gotta buy it. Like, you gotta buy it.
No choice.
Like, it was no choice. It was almost Christmas. I remember everything. Like, and she really was like, okay. We went there, and she kind of didn't really know what all the fuss was about. You know, the album cover was a cartoon, so I kind of got away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She kind of was like, what's this cartoon?
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, let's go buy it. We bought it and everything, and I put that cassette in, and we played that all the way from Tower Records all the way to the house. And she was like, what in the hell did I just buy?
Hey, you know what? Okay, I don't know. It was a movie. It was like a cartoon movie with the hot dogs and all that stuff. I forgot what it was called. But there was a parent who took their child to that movie. And once they saw what was going on, they took their child right out. I forgot what movie that was. What movie was it?
I think I know what movie you're talking about.
What is it?
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party,
yeah.
Bro, they saw what was going on about 5 minutes in. They took their child right out of there. But you know what? It's crazy because, you know, as a parent, you go through that. You're not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not really all the way in tune.
But shout out to moms because that would actually play a big part.
Yeah.
And you jumping in. And then, come on, you know we're going to talk about Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Uncle Snoop, man. You know we're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, it's crazy. Full circle moment again. At 14 years old, you writing your own music. You placed first at a talent show, right? By Players Ball, by Outkast.
Yep.
And
rapping to the instrumental.
Rapping to the instrumental.
Yeah.
And I see, so you a first time parent. I thought you had a son.
No.
There was a 13-year-old kid.
Oh, that was my stepson.
Okay, got you. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle.
13 years old, bringing him out for your own
And
event.
he's making beats. At my
Making
event.
beats.
Yeah, on the spot. Yep.
Man, talk
He's
about
still
that.
making beats to this day.
I know you hard.
It's my guy JJ. Yeah, he hard.
Shout out JJ.
He's super hard, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was just one of the things where I seen it in him. He was around me, seeing me doing music, and he just wanted to get
naturally
into it. And anytime that I'm around kids, I do a lot of stuff where I like mentor kids or stuff like that. So when I see something in a child that's interested and curious and they want to get into it, I try to feed that. Like,
okay,
I went and got him his own beat machine. Here, this is how you do it. Okay, like I'll give you pointers, but I'm gonna let you learn how to do it. I'm not gonna just show you every step of the way. And he was adamant about learning, and he did it. And next thing I know, he was making his own beats.
Man, you was able to see that growth.
Yeah, I was able to see that.
That
like,
moment.
instantly.
That moment. What did that moment mean to you?
It meant a lot. It just meant that I knew that I was very like I was a good influence on him. Like I could tell that he was watching what I was doing, and he was seeing like it was something that was positive, and he really wanted to do that for himself and for his friends and his little friends. They had a little rap crew. His friends was rapping and stuff, and I would have them come to the studio and record their little songs and all of that stuff, just to give them you know, another option, another outlet of showing that they can express themselves in creative ways and not have to do just, you know, everyday typical stuff, or instead of being bad and lashing out, like let's take that energy and transform it into something kind of positive. And you know, it really worked. It worked for them. It kept them out of trouble a lot.
That's dope.
And that's kind of what my moms did for me.
Yeah.
My moms were like, my house was the house everybody would come to record. And my mom was just like, you know, I know if I got you here recording, I know you're not running the streets and you here working. So she would let all my friends come over to the house. My mom never complained about the loud music. She would let us go in a room and create music and all of that. And you know, that's one of the things that I took a liking to notice, that she was letting us do that. But I noticed even if she felt, you know, uncomfortable, the way my house was set up, her room was way in the back. So I know it probably wasn't bothering her too much, but at the same time, she knew where her son was. She knew what was going on. She was really like into it. Like, you know, y'all go ahead and do that. She encouraged it. So that let me know that it was okay for me to pursue it. Moms
understood the assignment.
Yeah.
Come on now. She understood that assignment with that, man. Now, Outcast Players Ball, is that the same CD where they got Ain't No Thing But a Chicken Wing?
That's the first song on the album. Yeah.
Let me tell you, did you watch that project they did on Netflix about hip hop? The growth of hip hop?
Yeah.
When I watched that, it just resonated with me about the process of being successful. Because hip hop started, it was little to nothing. Into what it rose to.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't know, to me, that just did something to my mind. Like, man, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
All the hiccups, hip hop. I think Luke got sued like crazy around that time.
For freedom of speech. And yeah, it was a lot. Hip hop has went through a lot, and we've pushed a lot of barriers, and we've kind of broke through a lot of walls. And, you know, hip hop is just this ultimate self-expression. I think the thing that separates hip hop from other music is that hip hop is a lifestyle.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That is what I feel like creates this momentum behind hip hop, because hip hop isn't just something like you could tell someone's hip hop not even knowing them. You could just look and be like, oh, he
for sure hip hop. Yeah.
And it's just one of the things, because, you know, I was having this conversation with my homeboy the other day. I was like, man, hip hop is crazy, because it started as this thing in the park as a way of youth like having an outlet of doing something creative. But if you look at it, it really started off as a business. Like they had graffiti, which is like promotion. Promo, write your name on the wall. People see it. It's like advertising in a sense. Then there's dancing, so that's like community, that's camaraderie. Then there's the DJ element of it, which is like, you know, more or less now it's more like production and stuff, but the DJ controls the party. So it already was like a party set. So that's like club, parties, events. That's like events. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the MC, that's the speaker, that's speaking up for the people at large. And you know, it's just like this really big conglomerate of like I don't even know if everyone knew what they were making when they were creating hip hop.
Yeah,
it's like
man.
this big monumental movement of like creativity and music and business in a sense. Yeah.
And it felt good. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. Now, your job is to keep the hip hop culture alive.
Yep.
DaeOne, what type of responsibility is that? You know?
It's a lot. I feel like the responsibility of keeping hip hop alive is making sure that it's still elevative and creative, but it still sticks to the core of what hip hop is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, we'll have some artists that transition that are just like, you know, they're pop stars or they're one-hit wonders or they're this and that. But hip hop as a whole is still based on the people. And as long as it represents the people and what they stand for and what they represent, I don't think we could ever go wrong. And, you know, sometimes people let business get in the way of the art, and my job is trying to like not let that happen.
That was a beautiful answer. That was beautiful. That was beautifully put. And now, I also know at one point the struggle that you had, or was understanding how to make the money. And I know that that's something that you big on, like showing these next up and coming artists.
Yeah, man. Because it's like having any kind of other job. You got to know how you get paid. So hip hop music and just creating music in general, like, is one of them things where no one really kind of gives you a course of like, you know, of course there are like TED Talks and stuff now where you can kind of try to find out, you know, things to get paid, but everything is so secretive. So you have to do your homework. Like, you got to really investigate, do your homework, and find out how you get paid, the methods of getting paid, the 5 revenue streams, like how you can make money in this as a business, because it's not all about just getting signed and blowing up. Like, there's a lot of different ways to be lucrative and successful in music. Excuse me, whether you're famous or not. Like, there's plenty of ways to get paid. So just find out what fits you, what's good for you, and work on that.
I like that you said it's not all about getting signed and blowing up.
Yeah.
Because when you jump into this, you realize that that's not the case. You realize that is not the case.
Right.
And I want to speak on this right here. In 2017, shout out to the Young Giants, which are the sons of Player Ham.
Yes.
Shout out to Player Ham, man, legend. 2017, you guys go to Priority Records. And this is what you said. Looking back, working many days and countless nights, sometimes not fully understanding why I'm going so hard, but just feeling like it needs to be done. And I feel like that's what life is.
Right.
Every day you wake up and you work hard and you might not understand why.
You're just doing it. Yes. And it's like in a pursuit of something that it may be even bigger than yourself. It's greater than you, but for whatever reason, you just playing your role.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's playing your role.
And I felt that a lot of us want to get to the point to where we work hard every day, but we work hard doing what we want.
Right.
Because you can work hard doing what somebody else wants you to do.
But that's not going to make you happy.
It's not going to make you happy. It's no fulfillment in that.
To me, that's a form of success. To be able to wake up and do what you want to do and be happy, enjoy doing it. That's
success. That is success. You able to wake up and do what you want every day?
Yeah.
I mean, how many people? For real. How many people have that? That's a luxury, bro.
Yeah, it is.
That is a luxury.
But it's possible for everybody. You just got to figure it out. You just got to figure out what your thing is. You got to figure out
what your lane is.
Yeah, you figure out what your thing is, and
That's
you're like,
true.
okay, I have a lot of people that come to me. I give advice to a lot of people. I'm a good ear. You know what I'm saying? So I listen good. I give good advice, and I tell a lot of people it's all about finding out what makes you happy. Like, what would you wake up and do if you could do it for free all the time? What would you do? And then you figure that out. Then you say, okay, now how do you make money doing that? Yeah. And if you can figure that out, you can be successful.
I think the for free part is what throws people off about that.
Yeah.
Because I saw a Lil Duval posted something on Twitter, and he said, if you want to be in this industry, you got to be able to accept the fact you ain't going to make no money for a little while.
That's true. Because the thing about this industry is, and anything that you're trying to be almost entrepreneurial at is like, you're gonna have to love what you do because you're gonna run into so much bullshit that's gonna make you want to stop.
Man,
and
talk about it.
The only way to get through the bullshit is feeling like there's a bigger purpose and you love what you do. So I'm gonna still keep pushing.
Yeah,
and a lot of people fall off because they don't have that love. Yeah, they just look at the luxury of it and they're like, okay, well, I could be successful and I could do this and I could do that. But if you don't love it, you're gonna run into so many pitfalls and so many potholes that you're gonna end up quitting because you're gonna be like, this ain't even worth it because you don't love it enough,
bro. Yeah.
And that's a real thing, bro. You gotta really love this because you're not gonna make a lot of money at first. You're gonna fight to get through it, but if you fight to get through it, you can be successful. Yeah.
It's like more sacrifice in the beginning.
In a sense, it's definitely a sacrifice.
And it's crazy because we were talking about that today. We had to go pick up pick up what we needed to pick up in order to be, be here.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you gotta love what you do to go through this.
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta love because you are gonna have to love in any type of form, relationship, loving what you do in life, you have to sacrifice.
It's sacrifice.
You have to sacrifice.
Yep.
Maybe one day you can't go out and play with the homies tonight.
Right. You might have to stay home and do your homework,
now,
whatever.
The kid is sick, so you got to go pay $200-$300 at the doctor to go get medicine and pay for the. It's love.
It's love, though,
and that's what you must do
because you want the kid to get better or whatever the situation is. So you got it's like anything. It's like you got to have a love for it because if not, you'll just give up. Find something else that you like more than that.
And that's what helped me when I was finding my purpose in life. I went through a lot of time trying different things, and people was like, well, what are you going to do? What helped me was I finally understood, what's going on? I'm trying to find myself. Mm-hmm. And I was going through stuff, starting this happened. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
And I had to move on to the next thing.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. So the minute you find whatever you can struggle for, like Nipsey said, love is finding something that you can struggle for. Once you find that, you win the game. When you got to talk about this special year, 1996, you knew music was what you wanted for life.
Man, I knew it.
And also the reason why his company is XCVI Records, which is the Roman numerals of 96.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you actually would hear your favorite rap verse by Tupac this year as well. Was it In the Life of a Thug Nigga Until the Day I Die, Live My Life as a Boss Player?
All Eyes on Me. Yeah. That's to me. That's one of my favorite Tupac verses. That second verse is my favorite verse. But 96 to me was just it was just that monumental moment. Like you say, I was trying to find myself. I'm in high school. I'm trying to find myself.
Hawthorne High School?
Yeah, I'm trying to find myself. I'm like, what is it? You know, I would always be everybody knew me in high school for walking around with headphones on. Always had headphones.
You was that kid.
I was in the music. I'm telling you, I was in the music too, which is probably why moms was like, he in the music.
Yeah.
Like, I would dance around to Michael Jackson as a kid. I would DJ her parties with records. Like, I was always into music. So in high school, it was no different. I always knew that I thought different in high school. I would have arguments with my teachers about stuff that, especially history lessons and stuff that I knew wasn't right, and I would challenge them on certain things. I knew I thought creatively different. I wasn't like a textbook kind of kid. I was definitely a creative thinker and outside of the box kind of thinker. So at that young age, I knew high school ain't forever. I got to find what I'm doing after this. Like,
he said, I was thinking like that in high school.
In high school, I was like, I got what am I doing? I got to find what makes me happy. Like, I kind of knew, like, okay, they wanted me to go to the army. They you know, high school throw all these things at you of what you can do. They make you try out for sports and see if that's your lane and all of these things. You ROTC, you dance class, you band. They throw all these things at you, but they don't teach you a whole lot of life lessons. Like,
that's right.
As far as like, you know, like we were just saying, like attributing the things that make you happy and then pursuing that and finding out how to capitalize them. You know, they more or less want you to get a job, go work for somebody, and that's how you, and get a retirement, and then that's how you'll be successful. But in my head, I was like, nah, that's not it. And music was just one of those things that never left my heart. And listening to all the great music that was coming out in 96, I was just like, I want to do this. I want to do music. I want to make people feel like how this music makes me feel. Like every time I hear this, I feel a certain way. It's whatever it is, I want to provide that. And so I started trying to figure out how to do music.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how I started. But see, he said he knew that in high school. I wasn't thinking about what I'm going to do until college. Like, man, I'm running out of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm running out of time. Now, at Hawthorne High, we got to talk about the guy, Noni Spitz. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all go on to form what we know as Exile.
Yeah, Exile.
Now, you sign to Universal, and the CEO goes to jail. Now, this is a situation that didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Speak on that.